Today I'm not going to tell you thank you. This is the worst part of it. This drives me insane every day. Today I'm going to tell you the most loveliest, most prominent thing that I have ever told before. In the realm of cybersecurity, where visibility is often transient and threat operates in silence, the ability to map a network within precision is not just a skill, it is a paramount. It is a paramount. So today we are not engaging in a superficial or a rudimentary scan. We are stepping into a domain where intelligence gathering must transcend basic enumeration and evolve into strategic reconnaissance, right? So this is the script I have made. This is the whole script that I have made before, and in this video we will all learn Nmap complete. Nmap completes here, right? A proficient operator understands that every packet sent across a network leaves a trace. Every scan type, every timing templates, every crafted flag, that all contribute a behavior signature, and this signature can either remain nonchalant or become alarming obvious. In this demonstration, we will construct a scan methodology that is both calculated and deliberate, designed not only to exact minimum intelligence but to do so in a manner that minimizes detection and maximizes precision. We will explore how to leverage stealth techniques, manipulate packets, structures, and utilize the Nmap scripting engine to uncover vulnerabilities, right? That is are often overloaded in conversational assessments, right? So this is not about running tools. This is about understanding the intent, because in the real world engagements, the difference between novice and professional is not about the tool. The basic and the main difference is how they use them. The tool is alright, but the how they use them. So if your objective is merely run tools, so this may not be appropriate for you. But if your goal is to truly understand how reconnaissance operates, how deeper you can go with, or how deeper level to move beyond level the obvious, to think critically and to execute with purpose, then you are on the right place. Absolutely, bro, you are on the right place. So let's begin it. So in this domain, through Nmap, we will enumerate services, profiles, behaviors, and surface intelligence that is often neglected, right? That is often neglected. So because real capability is not just in scanning, it is in interpreting what others fails to see, right? So I'm just going to log in with my credentials, and now this is my Kali, and we will do it properly, right? So before going to do further, we have to master the net discover for network exploitation and mapping, right? So suppose I just want to see that how many devices are active in my network. So how can I do that? I just want to confirm that this session would be too long, so fasten your seat belts. Now moving to the topic, which is net discover. So I just want to see that what is my IP. My IP is 192.168.1.116, and with the CIDR notation is /24, right? So I would run first. I should be sudo, or should be root user, then run net discover -r, which represent the range, and I would put 0. So this is the CIDR notation, and -r, which represent range. So this is my range, whole range, right? /24, and here we go. So these all devices are active in my network. So yes, let's coffee time. So these all are devices or endpoints which all are active in this network. I'm going to run net discover again because I have changed my network, so I'll run this again. But before going to do that, I'll check my IP, which is alright, and then I will run that discover again, and these all are devices active in this network, so you can see. But the main thing is how net discover works, right? How does it work? I will make my notes simultaneously. That would be the lovely thing, how net discover work, right? So it uses ARP packet, right? It uses ARP packets. ARP is, you know, address resolution protocol, right? I will not explain these all kind of into dive deep because this is very basic, so you must know before this, or you should have known before, right? So what it send, actually what it send, it sends who has IP, suppose 192.168 or 1.5, who has this IP, right? So it sends broadcast message, right? Broadcast ARP request to network, or the response would response would be target replies what? Yes, I am the owner of this IP, or may I have this IP, maybe it can be anything, right? 192.168 1.5, right? Or with it replies with MAC address and more, right? And more. So it works only in local network. This is a very important thing. This works only in local network, or you can say LAN, right? It works in LAN only, so you have to know this. It works in LAN only, right? So moving to the next topic, which is really going to be great. So we are going to see scanning techniques, all scanning techniques, scanning types, or these all. So I would do it much bold. All right, so the first technique would be host discovery. Second would be port scanning, and the third would be vulnerability scanning, right? Vulnerability scanning, this would be also bold, right? Third would be vulnerability scanning. What the fuck? Okay, these all techniques are so, but we in this session we are really going to focus on port scanning. So we have two types, TCP and UDP, and TCP is much reliable and UDP is not, but UDP is much faster. So I'll not explain all these basic networking, you should have known before, right? So I'm assuming that you all know that these all TCP UDP concept, three-way handshake and all those, right? So before going to do further, I'm just going to write some more commonly ports in cybersecurity. Suppose TCP, 21 TCP, which is a FTP, and you can write file transfer protocol. 22, which is also TCP, SSH secure shell. 23, which is TCP to telnet, and the next one would be 25. It is also TCP, and it is a SMTP, right? SMTP or simple mail transfer protocol. 80 TCP hypertext transfer protocol, and 443, which is TCP to HTTPS transfer hypertext transfer protocol secure, and 445 TCP, which is about SMB, or you can say Samba in Windows. And next would be 3389 TCP, uses in RDP, remote desktop protocol. These all are commonly used port in cybersecurity, but lots more, right? But I would write one more. Yes, 53 would be UDP. This should DNS, domain name system, right? Yeah. So these all are ports which you should have known, right? So we are now going to see types of scanning, right? Types of port scanning. This is not about the theoretical session. This is just I'm just doing my good job, that I'm just writing all those commands with I would also show you all practicals, that how these all commands. Now it completes three-way handshake. I should not write, but still I am writing sync acknowledge and acknowledge, right? It sends sync packet to the server response syncs acknowledge, and again we send one acknowledge packet that yes, we are going to make three-way handshake. Main thing that if port is open, it will response full. It means full handshake completes, right? And if it is closed, then we would get a reset packet. I'll tell you what is this reset packet and all, and but it is actually loud. If I say it is actually loud and easy to detect. So the command would be I will write here nmap -s capital T and IP. Okay, the command would be this. So what we are doing here, we are scanning ports wherever small s uses. It means we are scanning ports, right? We are all scanning ports. It means TCP scan or full connect scan, you can say. So I am just going to do it practically, that how can we do that, right? How does it work? Kali nmap -s capital T and IP may be local host. So my local host 80 port is open. If I run my local host, what would be local host? So it is Apache is running, right? No problem. So it means we are scanning all ports with TCP scan, right? This was the actually lovely thing, right? Now the next thing or next scan would be sync scan or half duplex, you can say, half open scan. You can say steal scan too. Steal scan, right? in this particular scan we don't send again the last acknowledge packet, right? So if the port is open, it responds sync acknowledge. If I write, if port is open, it will response syncs acknowledge, right? B we don't send one again acknowledge packet here, you know guys, three-way handshake, so it is really gonna help you, right? If port is closed, then it would send reset packet. Okay, this is the whole thing. What would be the command of it? nmap -s capital S and then pip. This is the command. Okay, okay, so this is the command, small s and capital S. Small s, it means we are scanning ports, and the capital S means we are using sync scan. So I'm just going to write this scan, then I'm going to write maybe any domain, or you can put IP. I'm just doing as simple as that. It will take a little bit of time. Yes, oh, that's all right. We are, getting this kind of data, that 21 open, 25 open, 80 open, 110, 143, 44. These all ports are open, and yes, we did good, right? So that was sync scan. So the third would be inverse TCP scan. So here we have 3-4 different options. If I write fin scan, we have null scan, we have XMAS scan, we have acknowledge probe scan, right? In this particular scan, we have different flag. Why we call it inverse TCP scan? Why we call it inverse TCP scan? Do you know? Because if in this particular thing, if port is open, that would not send anything, that would be silent. But if the port is closed, then it would respond something like maybe finish, anything. If port is open, it would respond. Okay, that's why we call it inverse TCP. So what is this? In this particular scan, we send finish packet, or in this particular scan null, we send null packet, or you can say we don't send any packet here, right? And the XMAS scan, we send 3 different package: urgent, urg, we send fin, which is finish, and also psh with me, which represent push, or you can write here too, urgent, and this finish, and the psh is push, right? And this acknowledge probe scan, this is not used for port scanning, this is just used for live host. I'll tell you after that between in this session that how does it used and why is it used for. So what are the commands for these, right? So the command would be very simple: nmap hyphen s capital F for finish and then IP. And in this nmap hyphen s capital N and IP, and in this nmap hyphen s capital X and IP, and in this section nmap hyphen s capital A and IP, right? So these all are the TCP flag and inverse TCP. These all are the flags. Flag means we are sending the finish packet if we want to terminate our if we want to terminate my request or my scanning, then we would send finish packet. And these mainly used for, sorry, here is the small s, these all are mainly used for to not to detect firewall, or we won't actually in this scan we would be wondering that the firewall would not detect these my scan. So then you can use these commands, right? These all are the inverse TCP flags. So you had to know before, but all right. So we are going to see how does it work, right? Suppose I'm just taking this finish, null scan and XMAS and these all, right? So suppose nmap hyphen s or f, we are sending finish packet able.com or maybe anything. Suppose you have to know one more thing, that suppose this is taking too long, so we would add one option VVV, which is a verbose, and that would show you how is it scanning. So it would give you at the same time what it is doing. So filter, these all ports are finish packet. All right, these ports filtered. The filtered means the port is, the port is monitoring via firewall. So I would add one more thing here, that in these all scan, if port is open, right? If port is open, we will not get anything, no response. If the port is closed, that means we would get response or RA reset or maybe response something. This is the main game. That's why we say that this is the inverse TCP scan, right? Suppose this command I would run on my local host. Okay, so the port 80 is filtered, what means firewall, it is active, the firewall is active, right? Okay, I'm moving to the UDP scan. The fourth one would be, okay, there we don't send flags, no flags here, right? No flags. We directly send data, and it if it accepts and then responds. And there is also the game of TTL value. If TTL is expire, every packet has TTL values, right? And time to live. TTL means time to live. If I write here TTL, time to live, it means every packet has time. this value, if we don't receive a response before that time, then we can assume port is closed, right? So no connection established here, right? But it takes too long. It completes first and wait for TTL value. That's why it takes too long. So that command would be nmap hyphen s capital U for UDP and then IP. Okay, so this is the whole command. If I do it, nmap hyphen s and you can write any domain, but with permission. I'm just doing for practicing or for just for testing, right? So other response for this host is up. Put all on scan for bucket command not remote to status open, and yeah, you do no response. If we are not getting any response, it means I told you no connection established here. It takes too long. It completes first because it waits for TTL value. If I do it same for localhost, so all is scanned, but all are nodes. There is no UDP port open, right? That's good. Okay, this was UDP scan. The fifth one is very actually these all are the other very important commands and mostly use. Uh, this is commonly used in cybersecurity, which is service version scan and OS detection scan and all ports scan and specific ports scan and default scripts scan or specific scripts scan or aggressive scan. These are much more advanced. So if I write this command for it, would be nmap hyphen s capital V and IP. For this particular scan, nmap hyphen s and capital O for OS detection. Uh, I will just make you understand first. I'm just writing all commands that you can take an idea hyphen p hyphen and then IP means you can put IP or domain anything here, right? nmap hyphen s uh, capital S all port scan, then a specific port scan hyphen p. Suppose I want to scan to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 80 anything and then IP. Okay, in this default script scan hyphen s capital C and IP, and this specific script, if I want to script and then script name and then IP, and aggressive is much dangerous hyphen A and then IP. Yeah, so these all are the commands, but before going to do it practically, I'm just giving you an idea that how these all works. If we want to scan service, suppose the port 22 is open on the target, but I don't know which service is actually running there. Maybe the default port is 22 of SSH, but they can run any service on any specific port. Uh, I will tell you too that if I don't want to run SSH on 22, then we can also run SSH on different ports, right? So if you want to check that which service is running on that particular port, so that we can use this command. If we want to check that on the target what OS they using, so then you can run this ss b4 version, and this hyphen capital O is OS detection line. Okay, and if we want to check the all ports, 65,535 ports, all ports are 65 and 535. So if we want to check that which all ports are open on the target, so we can run this simply as this command, right? Or if you want to check a specific port, suppose I don't want to these all metadata, I just want to check the particular 21, 22, 80, 443, whatever put you can put so you can run this in this command, right? So the scripting engine is very important. I'll teach you all, but if you want to run default script of Nmap, so you can run this. Default script means Nmap has multiple default scripts which Nmap uses, and which is really important according Nmap. So which finds maybe vulnerabilities or any particular service, or you can find the very lovely data, right? So this is all. And the specific script, if you want to run a specific script, not just predefined script, you if you want to run any particular script, like I want to check that on the target system if firewall is active or not, so you can run is hyphen script, or and script name is http web something, this maybe. So you can run this command, and then you can check in this particular script, you can check if the firewall is active or not. I don't want to check all these default script, I just want to check my particular script that I will put, and I'll check this. So you can do with this command. And the aggressive scan is much louder, because it combines three different uh, scan. It has service detection plus OS detection plus default script, right? Default script. So these all combines uh, then would make aggressive scan, right? So it is much louder. You don't the best practice. You don't need to do this scan on particular site or domain IP, because it creates lots of loud that you can maybe you would be detected by a firewall. So don't do this. All right. Okay, so we are doing do this practical, how these all work. So, mm, suppose nmap hyphen s capital V and IP. It is taking too long, so I'm just opening my next terminal. Okay, 1 minute. Yeah, it is doing nmap hyphen s and capital S hyphen O level.com. Maybe it is just doing its job. I'm going to open my third terminal.
Okay, and nmap hyphen s hyphen p hyphen azure.com, not localhost. Okay, so here what I'm doing is hyphen p hyphen means I'm just scanning all ports, 65,535 ports. So b you can see on my local host these three ports are open only within 65,535, right? Yes, so this has done. We are just trying to do find service version. So suppose the version is, suppose this 2222 to TCP open. Here is actually running SSH. Here is not open. You can see 22 open, which is about SSH, but the SSH is running on 4 time 2, but the default port is 22. So the also the version is protocol 2120. So you can see if I run simple command hyphen ss, so maybe it could get any SSH, but on 22 port. So, but if you want to run and check the specific exact to the point answer or to the point data concise, so you can run hyphen sv, which will detect the exact what version or what uh, protocol, what service is running on the particular port, which will detect as much as simple as you can. Okay, so this was the service version scan. Okay, the OS detection you can see here, which OS is running. So it is IK exact OS. No exact OS match for the host test condition non-ideal. If I run this on my, so it is not able to detect OS, but if I run this on my local host, you can see it has detected the OS is Linux and the Linux kernel with version and Linux 2632 this. So you can see here the exact, maybe it will not detect the exact version. Suppose in this particular scan, where this in this particular scan maybe the Windows is running on the target, but maybe it could not detect Windows 11 or 10, but it will detect at least Windows is running on the target, right? It is helpful for you, but maybe you can't get exact version, but yes, you can get an idea of what OS is there running, right? If I run this, sorry, okay, I'm running on my maybe Apple.com or anything. Okay, so I'm here. What I'm doing is I want to run 22, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 80 ports. So you can see here, I want to scan these all particular ports. I don't want to run as as Nmap does. I just want to run particular ports that I want, right? So 21 port is open FTP, 22 is filtered or maybe monitoring via firewall, and 23 is also filtered monitoring via firewall, but it is open too. All right, and this is all good. Now I want to run nmap and default scripts hyphen s capital C and default script. and nmap hyphen s hyphen s. Sorry, I just want to run specific script http. Yeah. This will run all the predefined scripts on able.com, but it will only run this particular script on the target, not all the predefined scripts, right? So it is happening. Till then, we can run another command nmap. Uh, we can run this aggressive scan, which is much louder. So nmap hyphen a, or you can run on my local host this because it is dangerous. Yeah, there we go. So you can see here nmap script http web application firewall script. So it is detected that IDS IPS firewall web application firewall is detected, right? You can see here too, it TN 443, it is detected. So you can see this particular or exact concise answer data you can get. And if it is taking too long, or you can see here, this is the aggressive scan, which included service version scan, OS detection, and default scripts. So service is 80 Apache is running, and the service particular to 466. Okay, Apache default page, it works, and this version running Linux OS. It is also service detected, also OS version detected, and maybe some script running, but OS doesn't please report any. Alright, so these also completed. Yeah, so this was you don't need to run this on uh, any target without permission, because it is very hard, louder. I told you, so don't do it. Okay, so yes, the default scripts it ran. So script smtp command this cloud filter net hello please. So this is all you can say. Potential risk method trace. It is potentially a vulnerability, maybe HTTP Microsoft frontend and POP3, which is the SMTP something protocol, or SSL subject 443, the Microsoft. Yes, so it works well. Yeah. Okay. So this was all the other important commands which are really needed. Okay, I just want to write one more thing which is really important, which is time in Nmap. What the fuck? Okay, what is the time of Nmap? Suppose actually Nmap has time too. So hyphen t we represent in the command. You can write Nmap hyphen s, capital S, maybe anything. Capital S B, you can maybe anything. Hyphen t 0 and target or IP, you can write anything. Okay, so Nmap has time, and which is from T0 to T5, and the default is, if we don't give time, so default Nmap scans with T3, which is default. If you want to run Nmap hyphen s very slow, if you want to run and very slow, and you want to accurate answer, that accurate data, that you can run hyphen t0 with, or you can run t1 if you want. If you want this, you can run t1 or anything. Or if you want to run this very fast, so you can run with t5 or maybe t4, 5 or 4, you can add anything. and IP. You can run with T4 or maybe with T5, which is much faster, but it will detect or may firewall may detect you. So don't do this. You can run with the default if you want. So the advantage, if I write advantage, is it is faster, but disadvantage is disadvantage is maybe detection chances will be uh, increased. Okay. These all were very normal commands. Now I'm moving to the very robust, top-notch commands or very dive deep concept. But if you are really a beginner first, so that you have to complete these all, right? So first complete these all, and then we'll move to the next, more robust commands or the lovely concept, because I'm going to go very top, so people skip it, right? But let's do it. Probably sixth one is ping scan. Ping scan only. Okay. It finds what? It finds live host, no ports. Okay. The command would be nmap -s_n_ip. So this command, what does it do? This command only find live hosts, not ports, right? So if I run this nmap -s_n, or maybe I can give IP or range, IP 192.168.1.0/24. Yeah, so you can see these all devices are active in this particular network, right? But unknown the with MAC addresses, right? So Xiaomi, this anybody's okay. Or this is only used to see the live host, not ports. Okay, this was the sixth one, and the next one would be I just want to skip host discovery. You can say treat a host as alive. Okay, so you can run nmap -pn and IP. This is very commonly or very lovely command. It is commonly used if on the firewall the ICMP request is blocked. So you can run the nmap-pn. It will not send ICMP request. It just scan the ports. Not it will skip this part. The treat it will treat as host is alive. No ICMP packet. No ICMP packets. Okay, so it will do its work. Let's see. So yeah, you can see that it didn't send ping or ICMP packet. It just scans all ports without sending ICMP packets. So it is really used.
Yeah, so now next would be TCP sync scan, TCP sync ping scan on a specific port, right? I will run nmap -ps, suppose on a T443 and IP or any port you can include. So in this particular scan, we will scan with the combination of TCP and sync scan with ping on a specific ports. So if I run this nmap
-sp, and then on 80 or 443, right? Localhost. Sorry, I have to do this. Sorry. This is the PS, not the SP, right? Yeah. So it is a actual whole command. So what it does, it's an TCP sync scan. The port 80 is open, 443 is not, for the node. Yeah, so this was the combination of TCP sync scan. The next one would be TCP acknowledge ping. Okay, command would be nmap hyphen capital PA 80443 and IP. Okay, this is the TCP acknowledge ping. So if I run this exactly PA and 80 and 443 and on my local host, so that would run and we'll get some lovely answer here. So HTTP and the port is open, you can see. So on the closed port. Okay, I just want to include one more thing that I didn't write here, which is Nmap by default scans top 1000 ports, okay, which is commonly or very common used, which is predefined. So you can see on nmap.org too. nmap.org. I will tell you how we can use all these scripts and the search engine and all. Okay, the next is if you want to scan just UDP ports only. I just want to scan UDP ports only, right? UDP ping scan called. Okay, this is the so I will run nmap-s and UDP. Suppose this particular port is 53 UDP, which is DNS, and then target or IP, you can include anything, right? So I will run nmap-su and then port is 53 and then IP would be localhost or any particular any target. Okay, I'm just checking that the port UDP port this open or not. So but the UDP port 53, which is DNS, it is opened, but it is filtered by firewall or web application firewall, you can assume, right? So let's we are going to see something more realistic, more powerful, or more advanced. So you can write here advanced too. Now we are doing with the most lovely thing that I told you, but still I want to include from here that 11.1, right? I want to
scan specific ports on the target. So I will run nmap hyphen p22 80 53 or 443 you can write. Okay, and then IP. So if I run this exactly, nmap hyphen p and 22 23 80 53 443 or sorry IP, and it will check all those ports, all these particular ports. So yes, these port the 22 closed but 53 filtered, this is open, 443 is also opened, right? So this is good. And the next one is I want to run mixed port. Suppose I want to scan mixed port. Mixed port means UDP and plus TCP ports, right? So how can you run this? Nmap hyphen ss. Suppose I want to run UDP port, which is and capital P would be port would be UDP one is 53. Okay, and TCP would be maybe 80 something you can say, or IP. Okay, so I would run this one. I would run this one or okay, I'm just scanning. UDP port is 53 and TCP is 80. Fail to resolve UDP TCP. Okay, what the fuck here? I guess that would be small p, that's why it is happening, because we are scanning ports, right? Yes, small p. So the 80 is open and 53 is not, but it is filtered by firewall, so you can write here small p, sorry. Okay, so you can scan with the combination of TCP or UDP, right? By giving these command. I'm just using TCP, UDP and ports specifier, right? Now the most common ports. Suppose I want to scan with most common ports. So command would be hyphen nmap hyphen top ports 100, top 100 ports, and then IP. Okay, so I would run this command. Okay, so top ports, sorry, this is the hyphen, right? And the hyphen top ports. So top 100 ports within these ports are very commonly, so it is closed, open, open. These are ports. Yeah, that jet direct and HTTPS. So alright, it did good. Now we are moving to the next would be I just want to skip specific port. Suppose I want to exclude or something specific port. Nmap hyphen exclude, sorry, exclude hyphen exclude
ports 80, and then target or IP, you can write anything. Okay, so I would run nmap -exclude and ports 80, and then target. So all ports will be shown here, but the 80 port will be excluded. So here you can see the 80 port is not showing here, but all other ports are showing, right? So alright, this is wonderful. The next would be 15, and I want to scan more aggressively. Suppose more aggressive version detection, be detected version, but I want to detect more specific. So I would run nmap -s capital V version or intensity something, intensity 9, which is a number of highly accurate, or that will give my target or IP. You can write anything. Okay, so I'm giving the target and with the version. Okay, this is the hyphen version. Okay. It is doing its job. Let's wait how long it takes. Yeah, so the version Apache HTTPD and the Apache HTTPD, this is all right. Yeah, this wonderful. It works well. Okay, next would be I just want to scan more faster. Okay, but less accurate. No problem, the data I can get anything, but I just want to scan the target much faster. So you can get this by running this command version light, or you can target or IP, you can include anything. Like suppose if I write here, run this command -s capital B version light, or you can target anything. Okay, this would get data much faster, but less accurate. So it is up to you whether you want to run faster or slow, but according to you, that what you specific you want, right? Yeah, this is good. So we have got this kind of data: 21 22 21 22 21 25 80 110 143 443 465 587 993. These all ports are open. Okay, it is also great. Alright, now I'm going to do further, which that would be, I want to try everything there, whatever it can do. So on the target, so I would run nmap -s capital V version and all means all, and then specify your IP or target. Suppose I want to run nmap -s and version and all on the target of this. Okay, it will try everything about the light, fast,
or less accurate, or maybe the more accurate, the version detection with highly accurate intensity. Okay, yeah, here we go. Apache HTTPD. The service is maybe not accurate, but yeah, all right. You can try this command, which is much reliable. Okay, now we are moving to the NSE script engine, which is actually, this is where you look like a pro, because this is a all basic command. If you write this is all normal, but if you want to take more advantage of NSE script engine, NSE scripts, so that is where you will be looking like a damn pro, right? So but safe script, suppose I want to write this now from here, safe script, right? Safe script. So safe script would be nmap hyphen hyphen script and default and IP. Okay, so this is very safe, hyphen hyphen script and default, and then you can write this. Yeah, here we go. So this was the default and much safe script. This is the common, you can say DNS info, or the title is best cybersecurity and ethical hacking institute Noida, and the end is the representative. You can see this kind of wonderful thing. All right, now moving to the loveliest part, which is the vulnerability detection. It does lots of things. So if I want to scan vulnerabilities, right, so I will scan vulnerabilities. Vulnerability detection script. Okay, what would be nmap hyphen hyphen script, and the script would be vuln, and then target your target machine. So I will run this nmap hyphen hyphen script and vulnerability I want to. Okay, one more thing that 1 minute. Okay, it is doing its job. It will detect some lovely vulnerabilities that we can get, or we can get lovely data here. Yeah, this was a very wonderful thing that couldn't find any DOM based access as CSRF vulnerability or something. It uh, it didn't do something well, but yes, it is alright. HTTP vulnerability with these errors, script execution failed. You have wanted to debug, you can run these all. just my motive was just that I wanted to show you that how does it work. So you can find then manually that does it exist or not, and this all. So this is all right, wonderful.
Now, in the 20s, we are going to enumerate web directories. This will perform web server enumeration on the target IP address by scanning for common files and directories that might be hidden from actually that the main website navigation. So this process is similarly to using tools like Dirbuster or GoBuster or Dove and help identify security weak points such as unprotected admin panels, login panels on configurations files, or test directories that still holds. Right. So in this part, we are going to see search or find, enumerate directories through Nmap. Right. So the command would be nmap hyphen hyphen script. We are going to using this script http and enum and then IP. So that would find all the hidden directories. Okay, script is going to be http and enum and maybe okay. So this will find all hidden directories. So it is running. So this will find all hidden directories, but we didn't specify the ports, all ports. So we will specify ports, nmap hyphen p80 and 443 or 8000 and 9080 maybe. All right, hyphen s capital B hyphen hyphen script and http and then yes. So that would I just specified all these ports, so this will scan these all particular ports, not all of, but here we can see possible admin folder. So here it found manager. We can check manually to bhcsch.com and manager. So here we go. Manager is not found. Okay, test.php. So let's see here test.php is here or not. Test.php. Yes, it is. Or may robots.txt. txt. Yes, it is too. So yes, so it found some web pages on port 443, yeah, which is all good. It is also I specified this port, so it is also found these same. Okay, so this is same as you scan with Dirbuster or GoBuster. So you can use this one, which is more, which is reliable actually. Yeah. If you really want to scan all web directories, then you have to use GoBuster or Dirbuster, which will find a more accurate answer or accurate data, right? Okay, so it is all right. Now the next one is my most loveliest command to check if suppose their FTP port is open, but so how can we check that their anonymous login is active or not? So we can check my I want to see anonymous login allowed or not. So we can check with nmap hyphen script and FTP enum and then IP. So it will find the FTP anonymous login is uh, allowed or not. So how if I will check if if FTP port is open there, then we can run this command. If FTP port is not open, then this is worthless. Yes, so here here FTP port is open. So now I'm going to run this nmap hyphen a script http and and nl.com. Sorry, FTP script is equal to what is this? Starting nmap function error. If I run this hyphen p21 will to initiate. Here we go. You can check this one. Where Apollo FTP it didn't send any data. So alright, maybe FTP anonymous logins is not allowed. Otherwise, it would show here that FTP login anonymous login is allowed, right? So now next one is uh, so in the next one is actually this next is used to enumerate list share folder and resources on the target system using the SMB server message block protocol. It is a standard tool for finding accessible network drives, printers, and other share assets. Suppose this SMB uh, enumeration, we can see enumeration. So the command would be nmap hyphen script. We are using script smb enum and shares target. Okay, so I'm using this command nmap hyphen script and smb enum shares will.com. That would find share our folders and resources through SMB. It is actually, I told you, standard tool to find accessible all the network devices, drivers, or maybe printers or other shared assets. Okay, so yeah. So Ethernet one IP. This is the POP3. Yeah. it works well. So these all resources you can try. Yeah, it works well. So now also you can specify here ports too. Suppose I want to specify hyphen P445. This is the SMBs. So you can use the and the another yes for the filter, but Microsoft is it is a filtered port. Okay, no problem. So so here we can also the next database credentials if we get suppose the uh, com nmap hyphen p suppose 5432 database port may be opened or not. I don't know. It is a closed port. Okay, post SQL. Otherwise, we can run one command nmap hyphen p this com or hyphen script, and the script we can use uh, a pgsql brute. So it is a closed port, otherwise you'll get some kind of database credential if is it possible, right? Okay. Okay, so the next would be you can write here to nmap hyphen p445. You can add hyphen script and smb nm cs and target, right? Or you can use this nmap hyphen p5432 and the script would be what? The script is pgsql and brute or IP, maybe target you can add, right? So now the next would be SSH authentication method. This method is actually used to identify the authentication method supported by an SSH server on the target system. It is a reconnaissance tool that HTTPS security professionals understand. Actually, security professionals understands how a server allowed used to log in, right? So this is actually mainly used to check SSH authentication methods. So SSH authentication methods. Okay, you can use the script which you can use 22 and script would be SSH authentication methods and then would be IP. Okay, you can use nmap hyphen p 22 script ssh auth methods com. So it is a filtered port. Okay, suppose I am giving something different port, different target, any other you can add. But the FTP port is filtered, otherwise you'll get some kind of, it is also a filter, otherwise you'll get some thing, SSH authentication methods, right? So this is also good script. Moving to the next is discover subdomain brute force, right? Discover subdomains. So discover subdomain brute. Discover subdomains of a target domain by brute forcing, guessing common hit names or it is a reconnaissance tool that helps map out an organization network by identifying unlisted or internal facing services. Right? You can use for this the command would be nmap. Script would be a DNS brute and IP, or maybe you can use other two. One more. Anything you can. This is enough, I guess. No need to write anything. Okay. Hyphen script and DNS root and then IP or target ID. Anything. It will find subdomain. So Subfinder and lots more tools are available in the market to find subdomains for the particular organization or the particular domain, but you can use this script to find Nmap. Nmap doesn't limit this to check this network scanning only. You can check or you can use lots of scripts, lovely scripts that would find vulnerabilities and domains and credential or maybe SMB, DNS, all the authentication methods. These also and Nmap is not easy tool. It is advanced, wonderful. That is really going to help you in pen testing or in scanning or in reconnaissance, right? So if you are really interested in fingerprinting, so use this wonderful tool. Yeah. So subdomains are mxevil.com. Maybe is it exist or not? I don't think is not found. Okay, but you can use this particular uh, script that can help the real wonderful subdomain. So you can use it if you want. We are moving to the next part, which is output and logging, right? Because this is a real pen testing. Real pen tester uses output and logging, right? Because if I scan one network or scan one domain, so I will not scan it every other second, right? I have to put my all data or all scan data in a particular file that I can get anytime if I want. So if I use a normal output, right, I can, yeah, normal output. So the command would be nmap hyphen o capital N and maybe scan.txt. You can add anything or IP. Okay, so suppose I'm scanning one thing scan.txt in the ml.com. So the output will be saved in this particular file scan.txt, and that would be created here only. Okay. Okay, so this is all output, and you can check here scan.txt is created. If I get this file or read this file, so this all data is saved here, right? So this is wonderful. All right, and now next is if I want to save my data in XML format or for tools like to understand mm, suppose in Excel file, so you can also use this hyphen o in XML format, some of scan.xml, and then target IP. If I run this particular command, so scan.xml, and then this. Yeah, so this all data, and if I check my scan.xml file, so in the XML format, all data would be saved, right? So this is all the XML format. Okay, this is great part. Okay, then moving to the next. If uh, you can add with one more thing, graphable format, if you want format. Actually, Nmap, the output is written on the single line per host. So the standard Nmap output is pretty and spread information across many lines, which is hard for the computer to find, or to graphable format makes it. But the graphical format makes it easy to use the grep command to instantly pull out specific data, right? So you can use this to understand it, to get graphable data. Scan dot gnmap and IP. This is the format of it. So you can hyphen o for output and graphable scan dot gnmap, or you can, okay. Yeah, here we go. And we check scan.gnmap. So this is the one line answer, or you can say this is the port 22 closed TCP SSH open. This is the right. This is all good. Okay. Next part would be save result in all three man. If I say 1 minute, save results in is all man formats at once. Okay. So first would be Nmap normal, the pretty text you see on screen. This is a good thing. Okay, and maybe second would be uh, this is the dot Nmap, right? Dot gnmap, which is you can see gnmap is graphable, or you can say one line per host. Okay, so dot xml, and this is the extensible markup language, you can say. Okay, right. So important the tool likes, it is important to use important to use important word important yes important into tools like Nmap or Excel or anything you can access. So if you want these all within one single command, so you can use this output and A, and then full scan IP you can all right. So I'm doing this all format at once, and map hyphen O capital A and full scan and gis.com. All right, all format at once. So let's wait. Uh, yes, ls, and you can see the that we have three different files. Full scan, this GNmap, Nmap, and XML, right? Or you can uh, get this, suppose Nmap I want, or you can add Nmap, or you can see one more last XML, right? So this is all at once. This is wonderful, right? And the next would be timing and performance is very important. So this timing and performance is very important in this Nmap. Now we are doing with suppose I just want to see uh, uh, timing, or you can see anything. Timing you can write. The command would be nmap hyphen minimum rate, maybe a 1000 for IP. What will it do? So minimum one, it means minimum uh, one 1000 packet per second. Okay, it will create a really noise. Okay, you can run here nmap hyphen minimum rate is on my local host because it is too loud. So it is very fast now because I have found a lot of packets. It's giving you the warning, right? So don't do this. Alright. And you can also add maximum rate too. Here I will add nmap hyphen max rate is 5500. You can I will run this on my local host. So yeah, maximum 5000 packets per second. It is a large, massive data. Okay, so the next would be stop scanning specific IP if it doesn't finish within 30 seconds. So if I run this stop scanning specific IP, if it doesn't give you the result within 3 seconds, right? Within 30 seconds, if the IP is not giving you output within 30 seconds, then just leave it as it is. So you can run hyphen nmap --host timeout 30 seconds and then IP, right? If I run here nmap and what --host timeout within 30 seconds, then maybe 192.168 to 116. This is my IP. Then this is the one endpoint's IP. So yeah, if it doesn't give the output within a 30 second, then this endpoint or this IP would be excluded, or maybe doesn't scan this. Okay, Nmap doesn't scan this, then Nmap will not scan this. Okay, this is a good thing. Now next is set a minimum, you can say, set the maximum number of the retransmit attempts to or to if the proof doesn't get a response. So what does it mean? Proof scan, you can say. A B send, actually the proof scan means a single test packet sent to a target to see how it records. Let's move to the highly. Okay, you can write nmap max it tries to and then IP. What does it mean? So let's move to the highly dangerous part of Nmap, which is this maximum retries to. So set the maximum. This is the maximum number of retransmit attempts. This is the two, right? Two I set. So if a proof doesn't get a response, so proof means a single test packet sent to a target to see how it react. So right, this is the wonderful part -max and retries to in the localhost. Okay, this is getting wonderful or something. Okay, so it works well. Good thing. Okay, you can use this. This is really good, right? To see how the uh, target, how to react to this, right? So the fragment packets. Now we are going to the fragment packet. What does it mean? 1 minute. The fragment packets means splits your packet into tiny fragments, right? Split your packets into tiny fragments. Suppose 8 bytes each, or evade. Actually, it uses it mainly used for evade firewalls. Old or basic firewalls reassemble reassemble the fragment, allowing the scan to snake packet, right? So avoid detection, bypass IDS, and it makes it harder for the intrusion detection system to recognize the scan pattern. So actually the modern limit, you can see the modern limits. Most modern firewall like Windows Firewall or Cisco are smartly enough to reassemble and block these anyway, but you can still use this command. You can use this and then IP. Suppose I'm so it will split your packets into tiny packets or fragments, which called fragment. So it is really hard to detect firewall or basic firewalls. But in the modern firewalls, the most modern firewalls like Windows firewalls, they are smartly enough to reassemble all the packets and block these anyway. But still you can use if the firewall is very basic. Let's see how does it work. So basically it is used to not to detect in firewall. We have found this data, this ports open, but it split all the packets, fragments in different small packets or fragments, you can say, right? So the now next one is set a custom maximum or minimum transmission unit, which is actually MTU of 8 byte of fragment size. Each packet is broken into a tiny 80 bytes chunk. You can write. Uh, so the purpose is manually defines fragment size to evade firewalls that expect standard maybe I guess 1500 bytes packet, but the number must be in multiple. You can write 1 minute. A maximum I can write here. Maximum transmission unit, which is MTU. So B will split or our data. 1 minute. We will split our data within a small piece of tiny chunk, 80 bytes chunks, right? So the firewall or maybe expect standard 1500 bytes of data, but we will send as 18 or maybe or as per my opinion, our opinion, right? So the rule is here. So we have to, the number should be, or the number must be a multiple of 8. You can write example. I can give 8, 16, or 22, or like this. Okay. So the command would be nmap hyphen mtu or mtu 8 and then target. Okay, if I run this single command nmap hyphen mtu 8 and IP, the next one. So it is happening till then. The most important thing is here. We will hide our IP. We will hide, maybe hide your real IP address by sending the code. We will hide our IP, but how can we do that, right? So suppose if I scan one target, so that would detect my IP easily. But uh, I will send through. I will generate 5 random IP address to scan the target at the same time as you, right? But the confusion, you can say the target's firewall logs will show 6 different IPs or scanning them simultaneously. So main goal is make it much harder for the address to tell which IP is actually yours, right? So suppose I just want to you can say R&D or and D, or make you can 5 or 10, you may anything. So it will generate 5 different, or you can say random IP addresses to scan the target at the same time as you. Or you can write command nmap -d and R and D 5 and then IP. So what it will do, it will generate 5 different IPs and will scan the target. So the target will assume, or the fire will assume, will show there 6 different IPs, scanning them simultaneously. So that would be much harder. Nmap -d and R&D, you can say 5, 10, anything. If I give 10, so it will, with the firewall locks, in firewall locks, there will show uh, 11 different IPs, scanning them one by one. Okay, so suppose this one thing. Yeah, there we go. So we have got this data, these open ports, and on the firewall there will be showing 10 different IPs because I have generated 10 random IPs. So alright, this is great method to evade the firewall. Till then we can go further. Okay, so now spoof, you can say spoof source IP, or you can send fake IPs. Okay. Scan using a fake IP address, spoofed, which is called a spoofed IP. Scan will actually tells the target the system is coming from a spoofed IP, not you. Hides your real identity in the target logs, right? So the command would be, and I guess I don't know this command exactly. I will search on on Google. Nmap spoof source IP command. And yeah, you can run this command. Nmap -s. This is the spoof IP, and we are using this our interface, which is Ethernet 0. You can see here we are using this Ethernet ETA 0. Sorry. Okay. So we are using this, or we are not pinging the IP, we are just scanning local host. No target was specified. Sorry. You can PN mega you Yeah. So it is actually zombie IP. You can say zombie IP means looks for IP ID sequence, and the zombie IP, you can say the idle scan, check if it is a valid zombie or not. So the logic behind it, you stay invisible. Target thinks these the zombie is scanning them. The target thinks this IP is scanning this target, but Nmap calculates the result by watching the zombie ID number. So the zombie ID number is increased port scanning uh, +1, or if not, port closed. You can write. I guess this is understood. No, this is the real zombie IP. Target thinks that this is the zombie IP, and it will. And you can say target IP. I'm a little confused here. I can say that. Yes, hyphen I. That's why I was. That is my opinion, and from the IP target. You can run this. Target is localhost. Zombie IP is. It must be a very specific type of host, not just any machine or network idle no traffic. Otherwise, IP ID changes can break. So normal, open only for the internal device printer. You can add any IP of printers, CCTV routers that their all traffic should be very clean, that you can increase, because Nmap checks through the ID. It increases if the port is open. If it is not increasing, it means the port is closed. So all right. So you can use here any printer IP, or maybe I just use. This is the unknown. uh, I'm just using this one. Okay, so this you can get this kind of data. This is good. This is the I, not T. Okay, this is the capital I. Alright, I was confused little. That's why. Okay. So it is good. Now, what we are going to do is random MAC address. Random MAC address. Generate a random MAC address for your scan. So if I write this, generate a random MAC address for your scan. Uh, so you can use one thing that spoof MAC address or hyphen hyphen spoof MAC address MAC 0. So can use spoof MAC 0. So the 0 tells Nmap to create a completely random hardware ID and hide your identity, your real network cards. ID MAC is actually hidden from the local network log. So this only work on your local network Wi-Fi LAN. It does not hide your MAC address over the internet, right? So you can use the exact command and map hyphen hyphen spoof MAC 0 and then IP. This is the whole thing, okay? Now nmap, it is taking still too long. So nmap hyphen hyphen spoof mac 0 and the IP is maybe anything. We are spoofing our MAC address, so the target will not find this MAC address. Okay. All right. So here, what we did is we spoofed our MAC address. Okay. You can use this kind of. And the next we are moving to the uh, add random data. If you want add random data, so add 100 bytes of random data to the end of the every packet. It adds noise to the packet to make it looks like less like a scan, add more like a real traffic. Because if we send any kind of data or scanning a particular target, so it will detect because uh, it could uh, assume that you are scanning or doing some malicious thing. But if you really do with the data you can send, so it will assume that this is the real uh, traffic coming or going. So that would be more all right. So nmap hyphen hyphen data length and 100 and then IP. So what it will do is add 100 bytes of data to the end of the every packet. So okay, it adds noise, but all right, but it will be looking like a real traffic. So if I run this hyphen hyphen data 100 or buck crowd, yeah, here we go. Okay, so we have added 100 bytes of data with each and every packet. Okay. And now we are moving to the if we want to add manually or add to manually set data to be extra sneaky, you can combine random data with custom TCP flags. Normally, Nmap uses specific flags that firewall recognize or changing them break the rules to slip through. But you can add manually data. 1 minute. Manually set data if you want. Nmap scan and flag would be PA push and acknowledge data length 100 and IP. Okay, so you can run this here. Data, right? And flag, right? Now you know option AT length, sorry, data length, another AT length. Now here we go. So we are manually setting data, which is 100 bytes, and using with custom flags, TCP flags, right? गाना बंद करना भाई. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I guess there is a small mistake I did, which is the capital K. All right. Uh, I told you we are customly using the TCP flags. Okay. So it is doing its job, and we can just moving to the next part too. Yeah, and the filtered port and this all. Okay, so it did well. We just manually set data and with TCP flags. That's all right. Now the you can write here the scan flags and PSH acknowledge also okay. Uh, so manually set the push PSS and acknowledgement array CK flag. Why? The most firewall looks for the sync, which is the start or finish, which is end packet, but push and acknowledge looks like ongoing data, which some firewall ignores this, and they think let's go it or let's pass this particular scan because they think it is an ongoing data, so don't look for it. That's why they used this particular scan, right? It is very a real life example if you really want to learn deep Nmap. So hyphen data and length would be 100. You can write 100. So fills those packets with the 100 bytes of junk data, right? This all these flags are using, but the fills those packets with the 100 bytes of junk data. Why? Because a real data packet isn't empty. That makes the fake PSH acknowledge looks like the real communication instead of the scan flow. That's why you can add this and this particular scan. That's all right. Now the pro tips for stealth techniques. If you want to be completely silent, use the XMAS scan, right? So next would be uh, stealth technique, or you can write, right? And the command would be nmap, what the fuck, nmap hyphen s x and data length would be 50. All right, it is okay, right? So it sets fin, push, urgent flag simultaneously, lighting the packet up like a Christmas tree to confuse the older firewalls, right? So if it is wonderful, you can run this exact. Okay, and hyphen s x hyphen data length, data length 50, or you can say IP or target. Okay, so it is like a confusion for the older firewalls. Okay, it sends a finished packet, push packet, and urgent packet with data. Okay, it is taking too long. Yeah, scan this ignored and no response. This port filtered. Okay, so but it did well, but I'm little confused that what would be the real output. This question is wrong. XMAS scan most modern firewall drop packet silently, so the default open filter no response. XMAS scan the mostly useless to modern network. What you to install SS and then without ping. Yes, you can use this, but if the target's firewall is much older, so you can use this too. All right. Okay, so the next, if the firewall and IDH detection is there, so you can use this acknowledge scan for the firewall rules. How does it work actually? So TCP acknowledge scan firewall proofs sends packet with only the acknowledge flag set. It doesn't find open port. It maps out firewall rules, right? So the result will be if the port is unfiltered, right? If the port is unfiltered, so port is reachable and firewall is open or yeah active. Okay, and if port is filtered, then 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 port is blocked maybe. Yeah, port is blocked and firewall is active. Sorry, they're open and they're active, right? So use the exact command hyphen s capital A or then your target IP. So use this to see if the firewall is present and which port it is protecting, right? I also wrote here the exact command where maybe 1 minute. Sync scan ping 1 minute. Yeah, this one, right? This is the exact command that I told you that I'll tell within between this session. So now you can use this nmap-s capital A and your target. So this will show you the to see if the firewall is present, and if it is present, so which port it is protecting. Okay. TCP is 100 the port is here. All ports this are ignored status, not 100, no response. But I'm not getting the exact data. I have to ask to ChatGPT what the actual data is. Actually, it tells you to have acknowledge background only the firewall detection, not port stress. Alright, filter the firewall block is unfilter the firewall is allowed just the strong firewall present. Yes, strong firewall present because it is all filtered. It is block of the port. Proof. Is blocking all proofs. You can see anything. You cannot see which the firewall is protecting. Can tell something is filtering everything. So you can use this too if you just want to scan, but without pinging, without ICMP requests. So you can use this too. Yeah, so it is good. All ports are ignored. It is much harder. Firewall is active there. Okay. So next is uh, TCP Windows scan. You can say Windows scan. What is it? Target firewall gaps. We just here this. If I write this for here, targeting firewall firewall gaps. How? Check the window size. Check the window size field in the reply, and some OS like old BST or AIX shows a positive number for the open ports and zero for closed ports. So the result would be if the port is open, then window size, maybe you can write window size would be greater than 0, and if closed, so you can say window size is equal to 0. Yeah, that's good. So limitations, here is a one limitation. What the highly unreachable uh, on the modern Windows Linux shows everything closed. Okay, but it is, you can say, worthless if I say, but still you can use this small capital profile Nmap-S W, and then all 100 scan port and they are ignored. Strong firewall, no windows. Actually, the command is, I guess, still I need to ask to ChatGPT. These are actually not using commonly commands, but still I can use. Output, I know output the Windows scan does check TCP window size, the RSP package, and the work only the very specific OS behavior, right? So the firewall drop everything. Windows is almost useless. I told you today because modern system firewalls block or normalize response and command on fine or fine. Stop wasting time on these. You can use this exactly right. Yeah, but it is you can use if you really want to learn much deeper, right? So the next I can write TCP manmon scan. There is a mammon scan, right? So what is it? Is the targeting is specific? You can write here for the targeting uh, specific BST derived systems, right? Okay, this. So how it works? Sends a packet with fin and acknowledge flag set. Some systems like older free BST and the open BST or a net BST will not send a response if the port is open. The result would be if the port is open and filtered. If I write here the port is open or filtered, so you can get that no response here, no response, or maybe you can write here silence. But if port is uh, maybe you can say what if the port is closed or so the it will send a reset packet, right? I guess yes, it will send reset packet. Here is also a limitation on almost all modern system, Windows, Linux. This scan is useless because they will send a RST for the every port. So the ports making them all look close. But still you can use this. But because I got this command before, so I just thought that I had to tell you. Then you can use too. Nmap -sm and target. You can see here BST derived system. So the BSD drive system on the operating system based on the Barkley software distribution, a Unix variant developed at the University of California, Berkeley. Unlike Linux, which is a kernel, BSD is developed in the complete operating systems, including kernel and Userland, key example FreeBSD, NetBSD, OpenBSD, and Darwin macOS is known for the stability, networking, and security. You can see this diagram, rough timeline, the BSD derivatives. Okay. Linux 2.6 kernel. Okay. Yeah, so filtered port, no response, all ignored. The output is alright, but useless in this modern systems. But still, you can use if you want, right? So the next advanced combination, if you run, I can run here advanced. Now we are moving to the combinations of Nmap because if you are not able to make combination then this all session would be worthless, right? So the first would be like 43, full aggressive scan, right? Full aggressive scan command would be nmap. Suppose I just want to see the sync. I just want to scan sync with sync scan, and I want to see service version. I want to see operating system and all ports with highest speed and the target. And on top of it, you can also use nmap hyphen capital A, which is more aggressive, and but it will not include this. So you can after use hyphen p hyphen with t4 and then target. These both commands are same because hyphen a includes and combines service version OS and one more. If there is hyphen s capital C, which is script. So these all combination. One more. This these all combination makes one aggressive scan, which is this. So you can use this or this, both are same. So suppose I just want to scan this one. Okay, I have to write manually hyphen s or s hyphen s b hyphen maybe sc, yeah, sc, and I want to see operating system with all ports with highest number. You can write 5 if you want, or any target. I just want to target my local host. P hyphen what the fuck? If you really want to name the such output of the file now begins with the what is this? Sorry, here is oh yes, it will tell fast or will respond fast. Yeah, so I have got this kind of much data. This not found, some vulnerabilities, missing requirement, host, and this is the raw data. But I have got, you can say OS Linux 2632 and yeah, it is good. So these are all our combination you can use. Here is Nmap. Okay, the next combination would be suppose balanced scan. So you can use nmap hyphen pn hyphen ss and maybe t4, alright, and then IP. This is the balance scan you can write. Uh, Or this actually focus on the particular vulnerability focus. If you write one more thing that hyphen a hyphen top ports or maybe 1,000 ports and IP, you can use both. Suppose I'm just using second one, nmap hyphen capital A and hyphen top ports 1,000, and then I my target, it will tell like it is also a balanced scan. Also you can write here one more thing that nmap hyphen pn or s capital S or hyphen t4 and then your target. So this is called. I just want to write it in the next one. Why? Because it is called, skip ping plus fast scan. You can write here about 1 minute. Yeah. So it is also a top one and top post. These all are open and trace route. All right. The local Airtel. Then this IP something is put there. There is also one more wonderful. It works well. All right. Okay, so you can use this too. And I'm just using this first one, which is also a vulnerability focused. If you run this, without ping, it will just scan all these ports. Time is much faster. Yeah, so this also too. Okay, now this one is ping and fast. So this is also as simple as you can balanced or same. Also you can use if you want something this scripts, or you can use anything, right? Okay, sorry, 4 6. Yeah, so the multiple target with actually fill inputs scan from file. If we want, I will run here multiple target with fill input scan from file. If we want to run Nmap with multiple targets, so you can use this command too, or I can use this with the headline heading. Okay, so you can use here multiple targets. The fuck. You can write here from file or scan from file. You can say scan from file. So the command would be nmap hyphen I capital L and target.txt. Okay, so just suppose I have lots of target. I'm just making one file target.txt and I'm writing some other uh, different targets. Suppose gics.com localhost and suppose one more or so I have targeted these four different target, and then I'll save this file. You can see the file is target.txt. So there are four different targets, and I will run my nmap command by giving this file target.txt. So it will perform nmap and network scanning uh, on these all four targets, whichever I put in the file. Yeah, here we go. So this is the first output of maybe GICH. This is yeah. This is the first output. This is the second output. This is the third output, and this is my local host. So you can use this command right, which is all right. Okay, so one more thing, that if you want to exclude one target, you can use to exclude target, or you can write skip specific IP from your scan range. You can use nmap hyphen hyphen exclude 192.168 or 1.5, maybe anything, and your IP range, right? So you can use this exact command here. IP range maybe 192.168.1.0/24. This is CID annotation, and hyphen hyphen and nmap. This is the hyphen hyphen, right? So what I'm doing is I'm just excluding this IP from the target, and this will scan all the network except this. So instead of writing all the one by one command to scan all the one particular endpoint or IP, you can exclude, or you can scan whole the target by giving this command and then exclude this one. Okay, so you can see here all my network devices, all endpoints scanned, but you can say you can see 1.4 but 1.5 is not there because I have excluded this, and all the network is scanned accepting the 1.5 IP. All right, this is good. Next, so next is a trace route, which is must you must know. It is a trace route. Sorry. So it is a wonderful command and which commonly uses so that it shows the what shows the network path where the all IP and all the IP is going. Actually trace the path to the target list every router or hop, you can say HOP, between you and the target IP. So exactly where your packet travel and where they might be getting blocked by the firewall, and the reverse DNS automatically tries to find the name of those routers. And example if I write uh, you can write this, yeah, core router isp.com. Actually this is about a Google map for the network packet journey, where all packets are going on these all. So the command would be nmap, or you can write simple as trace route command too, but I can use with nmap trace route and IP. Nmap hyphen trace route, and so I'm just scanning this particular target, but wherever my packets will be gone, I will show this in this particular scan. Actually, it is a route, so you can see here these all ports are open, and this is first gone local Airtel fiber, and this particular, then this IP, then this IP, then this IP, and this, as you can see there, Delhi VSNL, network, and this particular all these things. So this is the trace route for the particular target that wherever my IP is going. So next is interface plus DNS control, right? Interface plus DNS control. So force Nmap to use a specific network interface. If I write force Nmap to use a specific network interface. Use case, what is the use case of actually essential when you have multiple internet connection like VPN and Wi-Fi, and you want to choose which one send the scan. So tells and maps send their packets out through this door only, right? If I write tells and map send uh, send these particular packets only through this door, only through this door. Okay, so the command would be nmap hyphen eth0, or you can target your IP. Suppose I'm just looking these all three interfaces I have, my IP, this one and this one. If I'm connecting uh, with VPN or something, so then other one will be shown here. So I'm just using this one, or you can use this one too. Suppose I just want to use this Docker 0, so I can use this one too, and hyphen e and Docker 1, Docker 0, and my target. So uh, this will use this particular interface, not my actual ETS0. So yeah, here we go. So what is the main cause of? Because this is not I'm using, or this is not actual interface. But if I use this ETH0, so it works lovely, right? Okay. So the next is 50. Disable reverse DNS resolution, right? Disable reverse DNS resolution. So if I write the command nmap hyphen n and then IP, it will disable the reverse DNS resolution. What is the hyphen n means? Hyphen n means no name lookup, right? And the faster speed with uh, avoid leaving logs on the target DNS server. So the only shows the IP address, not the name, right? This will show avoid actually leaving logs on the target DNS server, which is really gonna help you, and only they will show the IP address, not the name. Okay, so I can use this nmap hyphen n and then target. This will disable reverse DNS, and here we go. Got wonderful. Okay, and now the next would be I'm just focusing on the force reverse DNS resolution for all target groups, like force reverse DNS resolution for all target. So I will use one command is nmap and the reverse DNS for the target IP. So what it will do is it will recon deeply, useful for finding the names offline or firewall devices that might be hidden on the network, right? So lastly, forces Nmap to ask the DNS server who is the fucking for this every single IP, even it looks dead, right? So most people only use -ss, but that's just a surface level. But this is where Nmap becomes powerful. Now we are entering the real contextual territory. So you can use this one. So if I right here forces Nmap to ask the DNS server who is this fucking for every single IP, even if it looks dead, right? It is a wonderful. And the command is this: I can use nmap -r and IP is this. So it will recon deeply, finding the names offline and firewalled devices that might be maybe hidden on the network. Okay, it works well. These all ports are open, and to filter something admin prohibited. Okay, now we are moving we are entering the real pen testing territory. What is the C packet deep understanding, right? So every packet nmap sends and receives. So it is just you can say if I write command nmap hyphen packet trace and IP. What it will do? It is like a 10 on X-ray vision to see the raw network traffic of your scan. You can write here. Turns on actually the X-ray vision, right? To see the raw network traffic of your scan, right? It is a wonderful useful for the nmap hyphen packet trace and IP. So you can say this is all showing you the raw all data, what it is sending, what is it is receiving, this all particular what the IP, this is my IP, this the ID number something, and this is the target, TTL value, and ID, IP LAN, sequence, this all. This is much useful. You can see, and then got your data. All right, this is okay. Wonderful. Now we are using the debug mode. Last command that I want to tell you. It is also internal working only. Nmap hyphen D and then IP or so best for troubleshooting. I can write here the best for troubleshooting, right? If a scan is too slow or fasting for unknown reason, so you can write this command nmap hyphen D and then your IP or your target. Okay, so this is where you can see this all debug mode max it is and the mouse DNS using server this particular DNS version of the packet often the port is open and the overall sending rates and this particular thing discovered open port 443 on the 163 this discovered open port 80 with this IP, so this is very useful which is um, much useful, right? So I guess mostly we have covered Nmap. This you can use this all commands that I have told you. I have mostly completed Nmap, but Also, I can write more extra commands, like more extra useful useful commands. Maybe nmap. I suppose I have one script is http sql injection a detect sql injection vulnerability. Detect sql injection vulnerability on the target, or you can say nmap hyphen hyphen script and the script is http shell code shell shock vulnerability, right? So it will detect shell shock vulnerability. One more I have script firewall, but I have remembered this particular script, but I don't have the idea of what it does. And the firewall command instructs the Nmap to run for the firewall category, which focus on the testing the firewall evasion techniques and identifying the packet filtering, mapping out of the beginning of security tools. They help to detect how the target filter traffic and analyze firewall, right? This is very important to know. Test the firewalls can be bypassed using specific techniques such as packet fragmentation that I have also told you, packet filter fragmentation. I just want to show you hyphen F. Where is it? Uh, this one, fragment packets, right? So you can see here by running this particular script to see the such techniques or such packet fragment or the unusual TCP flag rule and actually identify the how the firewall is configure the block the last specific sending the specific crafted packet and identify the help identification helps distinguish between post that is down and one that but blocking the problem. So yes, you can use this is all right. You can use this vulnerable. I told you this vulnerable, and you can use multiple kind of scripts. Uh, you can search on this NSC engine script, and you can use and you can make lots of combination. This is just a intro. Yes, has a lot of script. Suppose this one too. You can use this or may detecting firewall rules. So you can use this. What so you have to do R&D by yourself, and you can use these all scripts that is really going to help you. So just explore as much as possible. That would be really going to help you. So just do it by yourself. I have given you an idea that how can you do that. So yeah, and also you have to know these all commands that I have told you, right? So yeah, do it. And if you want to run this particular command, You can also use this and also lots more. Nmap hyphen script HTTP SQL injection and the target. Let's see how does it work. Okay, this didn't give much lovely data. Okay, so you can use if you want that if their SQL injection is present or is there really SQL injections vulnerability that you can get wonderful data that you can try for the right. I'll I will send you one file all of these commands in the description with Google Drive link so you can use uh, in your scanning techniques, right? So this yes, so this is completed. One more, I guess it was left. So now it is done too. Okay, so this was all about today. Thank you very much. Keep learning, keep signing, keep moving ahead, keep pushing yourself to be much harder, be much, be dangerous in your field, be a kind of person that is really be a monster in your field. I'll tell you, be a monster in your field. So that was all about today. Thank you very much, my all lovely subscribers.